This is World News. Here are the headlines we are tracking for you at this hour. Vice President Osibanjo tasked states to find new ways of raising internally generated revenue. Supreme Court affirms Charles Soludo as APGA governorship candidate in Anambra election. Indigenous people of Biafra blame upcoming Anambra election for wanton killings. And on the foreign scene, Ghana's Navy force attack on fishing vessel in Gulf of Guinea. For sport news and more, I am Siphon Odey. We begin the news from the presidency, where Vice President Osibanjo has tasked states to think out of the box in raising their respective internally generated revenues. Osibanjo, who made the remark at the maiden edition of Ekiti State Investment Forum in Ado-Ekiti, recalled how Lagos State improved its IGR from 600 million naira monthly in 1999 and 2000 to about 45 billion naira. He said the illegal seizure of the locations to the state by the then federal government was a shock that forced the state to rethink. Speaking further, Professor Osibanjo noted that although a state within a federation is not a nation, it must behave like one to further boost its economic development. The Supreme Court has affirmed Professor Charles Soludo as the governorship candidate of the All Progressive Grand Alliance in the Anambra election slated to hold on November 6, 2021. The five-man panel led by Justice Mary Odey also affirmed Victor Odey as the chairman of the party. The Apex Court, in a unanimous decision by a five-man panel of justices led by Justice Mary Odey, upheld the judgment of the Kano State Division of the Court of Appeal, which validated the primary election that produced Soludo. According to the Supreme Court, the Appellate Court was right when it repressed a Jigawa State High Court judgment that recognized a parallel primary election that was conducted by the Jude Okeke-led faction of APGA. It should be recalled that Soludo emerged from the primary election that was organized by the Chief Victor Odey-led faction of the party. You're still watching World News, and we'll be right back shortly after this break. Please stay tuned. Welcome back. Enough announced the foreign scene, where we have news that Ghana's Navy has fought an attack on a fishing vessel in the Gulf of Guinea. A statement from the armed forces said it took place about 170 kilometers from the Ghanaian coast, where pirates in two speedboats attempted to board a tuna fishing boat. The authorities said the Navy patrol successfully intervened and there were no casualties, adding that the Navy had decided to deploy armed personnel on fishing vessels that operate off its coast in an effort to curb piracy. It said the idea is aimed at ensuring a safe and secure maritime environment with smooth operations of fishing and commercial vessels. And for sports news, police in Kenya have arrested the husband of record-breaking long-distance runner Agnes Tirop, who was stabbed to death at her home. An official said Emmanuel Rachik, who was detained in the coastal city of Mombasa, will face charges once investigations are completed. 25-year-old Tirop was found dead on Wednesday in the western town of Eton, a training center for top athletes. She had finished fourth in this year's Tokyo Olympics 5,000 meters final. And before we end the news, a recap of major items in the news. Vice President Osibanjo has tasked state to think out of the box in raising their respective internally generated revenues. Also, the Supreme Court has affirmed Professor Charles Soludo as a governorship candidate of the All Progressive Grand Alliance in the Anambra election slated to hold on November 6, 2021. Also, the indigenous people of Biafra have blamed the upcoming Anambra gubernatorial election for the wanton killings in the state. And on the foreign scene, Ghana's Navy has foiled an attack on a fishing vessel in the Gulf of Guinea. In sports news, police in Kenya have arrested the husband of record-breaking long-distance runner Agnes Tirop, who was stabbed to death at her home. And that's it on the World News. We'll bring you more reports as the day goes by. I am Siphon Odey.